This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pulp culture, and more. Welcome back. We have another special episode where I am solo with Cobi Dion today, who is the founder and the brilliant mind behind Sonder Society. So let's start with kind of like your story and what brought you to founding this and being on this journey that you are now a business owner.
A loaded question. Where do I start?
Let's go way back.
Way back. Okay, so I where was I? I guess at that point in time I was probably about it was just over a year of me living an alcohol-free life. And I was noticing in that life that things were missing, and I was really lacking like the social part of life, I guess. So I was like, what can I do about this? And also at that time, I guess I should mention too, I was doing a job where I was an event planner. So I was hosting events, and it was awesome. And I was starting to see that getting out there and doing stuff like that was giving me that kind of social piece, but it wasn't truly fulfilling, like what exactly I was doing. So I'm like, well, how can I put these two things together? And it just worked out. I just decided to start doing sober events in Calgary, and one thing led to another thing that led to another thing, and now here we are, and there's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, so Sonder hosts sober events, that's correct?
That's right.
And you are currently in Calgary, but you're also looking to branch out into other cities, is that right?
That's right, yeah. So right now, obviously, we are in Calgary. I am just starting to get things going in Toronto. I'd love to head out to Vancouver one day. And I mean, eventually, I would love every major city to have a Sonder. It would be amazing if there was a division coast to coast.
Yes, that would be amazing.
You never know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anybody that's sober or would like to be sober and would like to have events, reach out to Cobi.
Reach out to me.
So now that you're sober, you found something you love. What is the hardest part about being an entrepreneur? Because would you say that you're at the new stage, you're settling in,
I would say I'm at the new stage still, for sure. And it's an easy answer. Like I know I struggle hardcore right now with imposter syndrome.
Oh, okay. Why? And what's behind that? Like, what is that?
I just always, we're our own hardest critics, and we judge ourselves to the core. And I often just am thinking, like, who am I to be doing what I'm doing and giving people advice and walking this journey? Like, I don't have, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't do anything I don't have a title. Like, so yeah, that's what I'm struggling with, is that imposter syndrome.
Well, and isn't that like everybody who's ever felt like they're judging themselves story of, like I call them but. So they're basically like the reasons that we don't achieve our goals or don't chase after our dreams, because we're so busy saying like, well, why me? Why should I be the one that anyone listens to? Why should I be the one that plans the thing? But the reason why is because you want to. Totally. And you're doing it, like do you know how many people that are sober are thinking to themselves, well, this life isn't that fun anymore. I used to go out and have fun all the time. And it's like, you decided to stop saying this isn't fun and being sober is not that fun. And I used to be a party girl. And you decided, let's make a new kind of party, a party that's still super fun with super amazing people. Because I have to say, so I have obviously, which I think every family has a lot of addiction in it. And our family is no different. And every single person that I know that got sober is 100% better version of themselves after the fact.
We're more fun.
Way more fun.
Way more fun.
Way more interesting, way smarter, way more, reliable. And just like you have your head on straight for the first time ever, probably.
Yeah. In the beginning of being sober, I was like, oh, this isn't going to be fun. And I'm never going to go out and get to have a good time anymore. And just whatever, this is going to suck. But it is the complete opposite. Like the conversations that I'm having now are, intentional and impactful, and they're important, and I remember them the next day, and I carry them with me. And I don't know, it's just I'm still like the same person that I was before when I drank, just a much better version.
For sure. Was it because I know that a lot of our readers will either have someone in their life that is an addict or are addicts themselves. What was the like catalyst for you wanting to quit for good?
I mean, I was just, alcohol took me down a really dark path. It really, really affected my mental health. So I just, I couldn't do it anymore. Like I was super depressed. I was majorly anxious. I was just living in this really sad place, and I didn't want to anymore. And it was hard to get out of that. And alcohol at the time kept me feeling safe. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was obviously making it even worse. And it was just glorifying all of those, feelings that I was having. But yet it was making me feel better at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, it wasn't like I woke up one day and was like, oh, I'm going to quit drinking. It was actually really difficult for me. I decided I wanted to stop, and I tried on my own. And I would get like a week or two or something like that. But I always just found my way back to a glass of wine all the time. And then I just got scared, like, holy crap, maybe I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I need some help. So then I did 1,000,001 things. And I don't know if it was a combination. I'm sure it was a combination of many different things that I did. But at the end of the day, I think I just was done. I was just done.
Yeah.
I was sick of being sick, and I had to just stop forever.
Amazing. We recently did a podcast about the decisions in our lives that really make a huge difference. So obviously, I would say that you quitting drinking was probably one of your big decisions. It was because we're talking those decisions that are the ones that take your life, you're at a fork in the road, and take your life one direction, or they take your life another direction. Something that I know about you on like kind of a personal level is that you have a very supportive like husband and family. And do you think that plays a role in your success, your entrepreneurship journey, your sobriety, everything?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot harder to not have those supports behind me. At the same time, it's still doable if you don't.
Yes.
So if you don't have a husband, or you don't have, parents that are on, you can still do it. But no, I was very fortunate. I had a lot of support, and it took a long time. Like it probably took a few years for me to finally be able to kick it all for good. But yeah.
Well, speaking of support, just a little pitch for your business, but another facet of your business that we haven't really chatted about is if you are looking for community within this world, and you're not necessarily ready or wanting to go to like a traditional Al-Anon, talk a little bit about S Club.
So I am running S Club now. It's basically inner circle mastermind type sobriety focused group. It's not AA related, but it is amazing. It's a fellowship. We just come together and talk about real life. We all just kind of get each other, and it's a really safe space to come and bring our challenges to the table and just support each other in the alcohol-free life. and make some really, really great friends along the way. So it was something that I really could have used.
For sure.
But I couldn't find it. And so I'm so happy to be able to offer it to people. Yeah.
And that's what I love about being an entrepreneur is that you're a problem solver. So basically, like, you think back and you're like, what would I have wanted? Mm-hmm. And what you wanted and needed was S Club, was your events, and they didn't exist or you couldn't find them. And so what did you do, which makes you amazing and why I'm so proud of you, is that you created that. You created the space that you wish that you would have. And like they say that the absolute best customer is you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Yeah. That's the person that you can help the most. And I love that. And I love that you've gone and like chased your dreams and all the fun things that you've been doing. So speaking of how we know each other, we met at our Ultimate Girls Trip, which is so fun. We literally didn't know each other until she showed up in Scottsdale, and it was so awesome. Was that something that was scary though? Because although it is not a drinking activity, some of the girls had drinks like here or there. It wasn't a heavy drinking thing, and it never is. But it wasn't a non-drinking thing either. And it was 3 full days. And you didn't know the people going. So anxiety level wise on the sober part of it?
I was not anxious.
No?
Luckily, I'm just not there anymore. In my journey, I don't really get anxious in social settings. I was nervous to go though, because I'm like, again, who the hell am I? Like when I received the invitation, I like, this was my, what? They want me to go? Like, holy shit. Yeah. I was shocked.
I'm so glad you came.
And I knew it was just going to be packed with powerhouses. And I was nervous about like, well, what the heck am I going to bring to the table? Right. But no, it was incredible. And I know that Sonder wouldn't be at the point that it is today if I didn't go on that trip.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that you feel like it helped you, because our goal really is to bring girls together that we feel like are a great fit. And that group was such a good fit with each other. Like, I think that the lifelong connections and the friendships will last. I really do. And I think that it's like so amazing that you like went away with one of the girls and like
our families have met. We had like a summer trip, and
so fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And so going forward, what is your why? Like, what is your reason for, because I think that the strongest businesses have a really strong understanding of like who they are and why they're doing what they're doing. So for you, like some people, when I ask this question, will say things like, it's for my daughter. I want my daughter to see me behave a certain way, and I want her to do the same thing so that she doesn't feel like she doesn't have the confidence, or she doesn't, whatever. But everybody has like a different why. And do you know what yours is?
I think part of it is, a lot of it is for myself, and that might sound bad or
not
selfish,
at all,
but
no.
Like, Sonder keeps me just accountable in my own sober journey. It helps me not to become complacent. That's one thing that I learned the hard way many, many times, is I would get complacent, or I'd get to a point where I thought that, I'm in a way better headspace, so maybe I can drink now, or do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can't, right? But I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to keep my head in the game. And so it helps with that. It's also to provide that for others. I really love helping others. And the biggest piece of Sonder is community, connection and community, right? So I just need to create that space for people to have that in their lives and keep that conversations going and things like that.
For sure. So I asked what the hardest part of like being an entrepreneur is. What's the best part?
The best part of it is, I don't know. The best part of it is probably, it just doesn't feel like work. It's fun. Like it's always just a good time. I'm always doing what I want to do, and it doesn't feel like anything that I ever have to do or need to do. And I just am always getting these crazy ideas all the time. And I go on these rolls where I like can't sleep at night because it keeps me so excited and happy because I just love it, right? When your heart's in it, it's like, it's not work.
For sure.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite event so far?
The thrift crawl.
Oh yeah, that one was cool.
The thrift crawl was probably my favorite.
Explain what that was.
So we rented a bus, Loose Party Bus, and we bombed around Calgary and hit up a bunch of thrift stores. So we went shopping for the day. We had like nachos on the bus and mocktails and like the best playlist. Everybody put in their favorite music beforehand, and we had like a dance. It was so good. But another one that I'll mention though too that was so good was the drag queen bingo.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Bingo.
So
mix.
Bingo with the drag queens.
That's amazing.
It was so fun.
Okay. Yeah, bingo's fun. I mean, it's like old school fun. I love it.
We were talking about bingo.
Yes,
we were at the campground. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I like bingo.
Yeah.
And I'm sober. Cool. Yeah, I'm cool.
So amazing. I love it. Where can people find you?
People can find me on Instagram. It's Sonder_Society _co, or they can find me on the interweb, SonderSocietyCo.com.
Amazing. Yeah. Hey, well, thank you so much for being here today. I love talking.
I loved being here. Thank you.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you will subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.